Hello everyone, my name is Vesper Fortune, Bat of Fortune, Witch of Fate. I'm here to help you change yours. I hope everyone's doing alright today. We're just kind of a nice, cozy night where I don't have to do much talking, I don't have to do much speaking. We'll be continuing the letter in just a little bit. I just want to say hi. I need to let everyone know, again, must promote that I will be, what am I doing? Next Wednesday on Mira Storm's channel, my first ever D&D campaign. Let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, totally forgot the little box my mic is supposed to stand on. There we go. Much better. About the same time you play D&D. A little bit of D&D, and there's going to be a little bit of Good Societies mixed in there. And I need to finish the first episode of The Corn Fame Flowers, because that's supposed to be heavy inspiration, and I'm expecting some crazy noble bullshit now that I've watched a little bit of it. I never watched any Dimension 20's campaigns, but I've gotten little tastes from Critical Role. So I'm very excited about it. Let me shout out Maris again. Because that will not be on my channel, that will be over on his channel. Oops. Maris _ arm. You had the most interaction with D&D without playing it I've ever seen. Oh, you're making your own modules before your first game. I put my modules on hold. I put my modules on hold until I've played, so I'm not being entirely dumb. Let me go find Maris real quick. Oh, there's no... Hold on. You starred them, though, so my point stands. Listen here, you. Okay, so there wasn't an underscore. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm double spelling that right. Okay. So please go follow Maris so you can see me on Wednesday playing the Servitor Rogue Oleander in the Trial of Hearts. Unless something happens again. Maris doesn't have a very high dexterity score. He dumped a lot of it into charisma and intellect, so if he fails another charisma score, we might be put on hold again. We might be put on hold again. But he's doing his physical therapy. He should be good. He should be good. But that'll be my first ever D&D campaign. And there's some more D&D things in the future. I'm plotting my own Curse of Straw campaign. Or just general Ravenloft. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go to the other domains in a Curse of Straw campaign. I don't know. I know Curse of Straw deals with straw, but I'm not sure if it deals with all of the domains, so yeah. Even if it does only deal with straw, I have, ideas. I know I have the... Is it Ravenloft? I think I just have, a general Ravenloft campaign thing. Not like a module, but I have a Ravenloft player guide, I think. Let me just see what it's called. Fly in the freedom I'm sorry, I've been listening to Rouge's theme song from Sonic Adventure 2, and now it's like permanently stuck in my head, and now I'm just like, oh, I have to cover this now. Okay, D&D, here we go. Is it Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft? Here we go, Ravenloft. Yeah, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, that's what I have. You know who to call about that, I know. Don't remind me, I know of your existence. Little demon, little audio demon haunting my ear. But seriously, y'all should go check out Distant Echo's YouTube, which is linked in my which is linked down below in my panels. I'm so obsessed with my 3D model. I never thought I'd be a 3D person. I always thought I'd go just straight to 2D. But I'm so excited for next Wednesday. I'm gonna have to get like plan ahead. Gonna have to be like, look, we need to clean the dishes at 6:30 because I need to be in that chat room at 7 because we start at 7:30. But we need to like be goofballs before then. We have to plan. Fly on the freedom. Where's my game capture? Gotta get the sillies out before then. I mean, you gotta get out some of the sillies, not all the sillies, though. Okay. Now I know I have the audio off. I'm not that dumb. Oh, why are you up so high? Sweet, sweet, unsweet baby Satan, unsweetened Satan. Glucose Satan, I don't know. Maltodextrin Satan. There we go. That should be more better. Okay. Let me make sure. Okay, I think I've poked everyone. I kinda don't mind tonight being more lowbrow. I don't. We continue onwards back to this god-awful mansion. This mansion with no sauce. What's my backlog? Okay, yeah, the operator said the phone has not been recognized. What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spared her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just went deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
To no avail. Oh boy. A very bad feeling about
Rose?
this.
If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move on the above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out.
Hold on for a sec. Isabella is peeking for me. Isabella is peeking a little for me. Girly Pop, turn your damn mic down.
Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. No, girl, your best friend would want you to leave. Listen, if I'm dead in a mansion, don't avenge me. Any of y'all watching, listening, if I'm dead in a mansion, don't follow me into the mansion. I am the warning sign. I'm the big Hollywood-sized warning sign telling you to get the fuck out. I'm weak as hell. I don't think I can help you. I don't want you to help me. If I'm dead, I want y'all to not be dead. Going desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I hate to tell you this, Isabella, but I think your friend's dead. She's in tiny little pieces. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
What? The attic? Why?
That wasn't Rose, sweet girl. Crap, it got off. Got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Of all the places, she has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. Cut your losses, there are more friends out there. There are more friends in the sea. I carefully make my way up the staircase. Listen, you have some social links you can upgrade. I think this one's kinda dead end, you know? Emphasis on the dead part. My legs well as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east wing and the west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. We reverse the social link. I think the social link is just deactivated. We're not even going to get bonuses from this one. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why didn't they bother to add one when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. I'm sure this ghostly ambience means absolutely nothing. This music sure ain't ominous, right, folks? Looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all the creepy ambience, the stage is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. Please do not move, Sunlight. I need you to stay where you are. Sunlight, I need you to stay where you are. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Oh, shut up, Brain. You are not helping. Don't make this scarier than it always is. But she's not here. Then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Mr. Anger, the spirit's living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. And nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. In my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always tried to be a model employee, but this time, no. I'm trying back for the sake of my sanity. Barry Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. There's clearly something on the floor. It looks like... And title drop. On the ground, just a couple inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Oh no, we're getting a CGI. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I've been the last to look inside the attic and leave. This certainly haven't been here before. Someone must have left this room since then. By the way, this is what Live 2D can also do. Like, outside of VTubers, you can use Live 2D for visual novels. Did Rose leave this here for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. This ladder isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. Paper's so thin and rough. I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But don't you want to touch it? But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? Oh my god.
For those of you who are just listening, The letter says, "Help me," written in blood multiple times. With exclamation points. Someone had a bad end with their social link. Nothing but the words "help me" fill the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Isabella, you know as well as I do, this is blood. Or blood, thank you. Thank you. She's getting a hang of it. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on until... Oh, I forgot this is chainmail. Oh, wait.
Send this to 5 people or else.
Where is... Where is the hide? Yeah, it's chainmail. Send this to 5 people or else you will die on the 23rd.
Or else what? Or else what?
Oh no, it's the ring. As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. There's nothing.
No? Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. Oh no, it's the ring. Yeah, was the ring based on like a sort of chainmail deal? I know there's been a few horrors about chainmail, though like, none of them especially spooky. I think a new chain thing needs to come out based on the idea of chainmail being so dumb and stupid. Though I remember being spooked out by chain letters and chain comments when I was small. When I was just a wee teenage bat in my early years of the internet. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Wait. Oh yeah, this faded entirely to black. Faded to bat. I'm fade to bat. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Isabella feels like she's the smart horror protagonist. So we're gonna close eyes. I shut my eyes tight, muttering fervent prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Prayers taught to me as a child by Mama and my Papa slip out endlessly through my teeth. Because God, oh God, if you have to listen to any of my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me. A cold comfort. I wait. And I wait some more. When nothing happens, I dare to take a peek. Only to find that the ghost, the thing, whatever it is, gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back away towards the door. Wrenching it open, I slip out without a second thought, make a run for it, down the stairs and onto the hallway. I take a look back to make sure it isn't behind me. Any other person might have stopped, dismissed it as a trick of the light and an overactive imagination. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. Don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Now that is, every warning bell in my head is telling me that it's going to jump out at any moment and get me while I'm still in this place.
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Just open a PO box and send the letter to that. Just open 5 PO boxes. However, does that technically count? You know, this is magical bullshit, you know? So, sending it to yourself 5 times just means you're sending it to yourself 5 times. So are you just inflicting the letter curse to the point where you have to send it out to 25 more people? Open 5 LLCs. Make a PO box for each one. I think the main thing is that it has to be a person. You can't be sending magical chain letters to corporations. Oh, how I would try, though. How I would try. Technically, LLCs are different entities than the individual. I don't think the magic death letter of horror cares if the LLCs are different individuals. Now, demons and Djinn might care. Because that's contract bullshit. This is a magical death letter. So the death letter don't care. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Now I want to write that you should. My head grows fuzzy, my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
Last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. Don't worry, I don't think she's dead. I sent the chain letter to my C-Corp. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. Never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swore away at what was nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Gosh, can you hear me? Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. God, your outfits are plain. I think that's like my only thing with this visual is God, some of the things are plain. Imagine if you just like, imagine if someone who just came from like consciousness woke up and was like, God, your outfit's awful. Me waking up from consciousness, your ugly outfit is what woke me up. God. God, your outfit's so plain and boring. It woke me up from the state of death. I mean, she's fine. I think the main issue is that Rose is obviously supposed to be an NPC, but my God, they overdid it. Obviously, this isn't Persona. What's very interesting about Persona is that they give all the main characters school academy outfits, but then they still personalize it. And they're still their own separate characters with their own separate outfits, and it's so awesome. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman lord is beside her. My attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. I'm enjoying it so far. My one thing, in my opinion, is they got the VA work more down in Saint Maker. I think I'm about even on Saint Maker voices versus the letter voiceovers. But I am enjoying this more because I watched Manly Bass Hero play some of this, and this is an actual visual novel. I'd almost say Saint Maker is more of a kinetic novel because your choices don't really matter. Your choices are there for flavor. And kinetic novels aren't even supposed to have choices. But I would just say that it's if your choices aren't affecting anything, then you're just writing a kinetic novel with extra flavor. There, I said it. If your choices do not actually push to change anything in your visual novel, why are you writing a visual novel? You're just writing a kinetic novel with flavor. Rose's posture just screams worry, though she's keeping a straight face. Or trying, at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, till only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it to where I suspect a small bump has already formed. If the light ache in the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we? The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
12 teen. Golly pop, it would have been 2 teen. It is 2 teen.
She's just checked if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her. Well, with the way she towers over us. She's like a couple centimeters at best. And here I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? How primly dressed she is? I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must already cost a fortune. High shifts between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during an evaluation.
Just do it, please.
I them both rarely, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance.
This is Europe. You can still call for an ambulance.
Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. This is Europe. We should still be going to the hospital. I'm American. Give me any excuse for a medical examination for free. My memory's a little fuzzy, but the addict and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last-minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure.
There was somebody with some nasty-ass gross feet. They weren't making any money with those feet. Well, they could be making money, but not on the usual sites.
Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and Lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. Excuse me, she's a dumbass. She's American. We apologize. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really alright? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion. Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait, hold your horses, Rose. I can't miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
You walk in, your real estate agent is sprawled on the floor. It's like, this is my dream home. My real estate agent is dead in the middle. Well, there's also the part that I may lose out on a bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return to cold compass here and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine. Man, I cannot speak tonight. Also, my computer is running hot because I'm running my VC phase, so... As you can see, these are some quality stairs. I fell down them and nearly died. So if you are chasing your thieves, if you are chasing thieves out of the estate, you can try to trip them, and they could fall down these stairs. Chasing thieves. You could also be chasing thieves, which I think is a name for a peasant. And if you want to imagine this large, everyone's a peasant to you. And you don't need that inside your house. So go on, chase those peasants down the stairs and make sure they die. They definitely won't shoot you later with something written on the bullet casings. Nope, no sir. I am sure you bought this mansion with zero money, covered in blood.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no,
Right, you in.
a smile threatens to slip out for me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Rose, you must understand. Isabella is American. Rose, you must understand. Isabella is American. We choose death over going to the hospital. Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is, but not in the scary negative way. Far from it. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would probably wish to be like her. Out of lack of a response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Wish to be like her. Normally I'd say yes, but I think, Isabella is heterosexual? I'm not sure. I think she can get with Ash.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Oh damn, that's Irish. She hands Rose her business card. Interior designer. McCulloch. Hold on. McCulloch. Uh-oh. Hold on, wait. I don't have enough. There's not enough mucus in me for this. Man, McCulloch. McCulloch. No. Blah, 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 blah. And, I'm just going to say this like a stupid American. Marianne McCullough, Tralee Rose Designs, interior designer. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then? I won't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. Isabella, please don't tell me you're down for the millennial greige, traditional, a millennial greige modern farmhouse. Cause you wanna know what that inspires? Suicide. Yes, it's inspiring. It's inspiring me a trip down to the lake. I'm sorry, I like my interior design to have personality and appeal, and not looking like it is an asylum. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes, Hannah right? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. We'll check with our supervisor. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me. I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. May screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly deep in thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely
I
understand.
thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxborn office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I'll be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. I recall falling down the stairs, screwing up. Isabella gives me the vibe of the clumsy anime heroine. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of
And
keys.
hurry! We still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay, got it.
The two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Okay. The departure brings with her a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I need to look at this clip. Hold on. Okay. Oh, go back. But no, I wouldn't call falling down the stairs screwing up, per se. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. I mean, she was running from a ghost. And again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. It's just paranoia, a temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. If I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose had just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do, and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. I'm sorry, it's kind of a cute song. A flock of people have all gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we all officially open the doors. Not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds would have a field day in this. Oh god, I forgot how underflavored this mansion front yard is. Man, it's a Wyatt Man podcast. I think are we up on ads yet? Almost. Yammering among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. Most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hey, Miss, if you wonder to me, mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McCullough also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair as she approaches. The elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
God, Draco, you kind of. Draco married up, I guess. I'm waiting for the ads to start so I can get a refreshment for my tea. Well, nether water. Actually, no, Draco would have been married down since, you know, I didn't really get into Harry Potter during the shipping. Okay, we have ads, so I can go get water. I'll be right back. I have to get out my cozy blanket cocoon. I'll be right back, much to my chagrin. Well, my chagrin of getting out of my blanket cocoon. Back in my cocoon. My comfy, cozy cocoon. I have water and I have frozen grapes. Huh. Oh no, Silver! You have a migraine, no! Go away, migraine. You're not allowed to attack our Silver, not when he has finally had good sleep in decades. But I hope you feel better soon, Silver. But don't worry, you won't. Don't worry, we are actually going pretty easy tonight. The only thing moving on screen will mostly be me. Because we are just playing a nice, comfy visual novel tonight. So no heavy movement. No flashes. Just big booba woman. Just these gently moving women and Draco Malfoy. Just Draco Malfoy if he was a part of the 1%. Well, I didn't have a migraine. I had mostly just a 2-day headache. But the main thing is that I'm very much a proponent of taking care of myself, so I'm very much like, oh, I'm not going to function with this. I'm going to rest. Oh, this grape still has the stick in it. Oh. Sorry if you hear any chewing noises. Listen, that has to have his grapes. That's cute. I should get a snack emote.
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Like, sister had a traveling pants, just with medical conditions. Sister Brotherhood of the traveling migraine. Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I've seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine or the television. I can't quite remember. But again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have. The people that are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is starting enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wondering eyes. And the guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. Okay, maybe getting all my grapes was a bad idea. If I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. That doesn't stop some people. Ha ha ha. I would like to remind everyone that the children in the flowers of the attic and flowers in the attic were in fact also all blonde. Matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Well, here's the thing. It's a mansion with... I'm sorry, but incest just goes really well with gothic horror. And these two not knowing that they are siblings would just go so well. Especially if it's like meant to be a shout to flowers in the attic. Their matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Whatever. Oh hey! A shout out. Whatever, you're in the game. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can't even think of canceling the listing. I just hope that one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. How the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. Oh wait. Oh wait, these pictures kind of look familiar, do they not? There's certainly no relatives here, right? Hal, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Is that Leon? You know, he kind of does look like Leon, don't he? Leon if he was a part of the 1%. Leon and Timu Princess Peach. Not good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxborn knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Yes, the vases.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
Which glass thing? There's several. The chandelier, the stained glass, the tentacle vases, what? Chandelier's is waving a little trick offering. It's a surprise, it's a secret for later. You know, when the chandelier is waving, we're going to use it for something later. Listen, insurance companies just lose money on chandeliers. Most insurance companies in horrors, in horror worlds, have to have no chandelier clauses. Because chandeliers falling, I just think, automatically fall under acts of God and or other entities. This piece has been animated separately for reasons. By the time I stop talking, her attention's already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I'm sorry, he kind of looks like, there is, like, a mobile game, or, like, an avatar website, that he looks like he was oh my god, no way, I think I know what I'm thinking about. I think he looks like he's from that War of Heroes game, or whatever. The one with all the sussy ads. The one with the Slime Girl ads, and the War ads, and the dude hiding in booba ads. That's what he makes me think of. Oh, I knew what you're talking about. Hold on. Hold on. Education time. War of Hero. Oh, hold on. I think... No, it's not that. Mobile phone game bad. Oh, hold on. Sussy ads. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Hero Wars? Here we go. Hold on. God, I feel like I can't show any of these on. You know what? Let's not show these. They're getting worse. I feel like I can't show any of these. Can you send me a screenshot? Um... Just look up Hero Wars ad on YouTube. Because honestly, sorry, you caught me mid-grape. Welcome in, CD Myers. Hello, hello, how are you tonight? Welcome to the Cauldron. Oh, that game! Correct. Yeah, I've seen those fucked up ads. Doesn't he kind of look like, a little bit like that art style? But how'd you find me, CD? It's nice to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you are enjoying your time. And it's okay if you don't answer me. I'm quite fine. I know I have some lurkers and people who follow me for certain games, so it's quite okay. But welcome in. I hope you get nice and comfy and enjoy your time here. You caught me as I was talking about Timu Draco Malfoy here from Hero Wars. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your time here. I play a lot of visual novels, a lot of indie games, a lot of JRPGs, a lot of horror, so this is the usual. We are very story heavy here. The only thing I don't play is first-person shooters. But if they ever release, you know, like a Mario shooter somehow for some reason, I might pick that up. The Mario Heroes first-person shooter like game. The Mario Overwatch. You know, I might play a Mario-styled Overwatch.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Yeah, everyone's playing the Marvel one. Ugh.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. But man, I miss the original Overwatch. I heard a lot of people do. Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually our group reaches the kitchen. She says that until they see the bill. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classical appeal. This is a very small kitchen for a mansion. Like... maybe it's not the only kitchen. Yeah, but then you'd say you have 2 kitchens. Where the fuck's... is this the only stove? Do we not have a modern stove? Bitch, where's my stove? Where's my electric stove? I am not working this thing for like ramen. Where's my stove? Where's my microwave? Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put in retaining the room's classical appeal and not putting in a fucking microwave. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing. Like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. It looks like there should be a speakeasy or something under that floor there. I bet you that's where we're gonna find the bodies. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this will be, I still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable at least. They only cleaned up to here, I bet. Everything... this thing is never meant to be used, ever.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
It's the dead bodies.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
It's the first time the guy in gray speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright. Right. It's for Orpoi. You know, his name looks like it would be Luke White, though. I remember supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attempt to know catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in this place. But this time, something lights up in his mention at the mention of the... something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. You know, it's where he's going to keep Harry Potter. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. No, it's because he's Draco Malfoy. And he needs to keep his secret boyfriend somewhere. And why not keep him someplace where he always feels at home? Under the house. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. That's like one episode of Black Mirror. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way. My younger siblings especially. On a grown man, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Excuse me? That's a lot of wine. That's 1% people wine. I'm sorry? Yes, darling. I need to fill the swimming pool again. Get out the wine. No, darling, we're not talking about how I'm swimming in the wine again. Just do it. Make sure it's the expensive stuff. I can feel the difference on my skin. I can tell when you're using the poor people wine, sweetie. Sweetie, it's raining. It's raining. Time for some wine. Get out 100 bottles. I'm going to sit and drink all of it while reading. Get that Sun House wine from the gas station. Darling, give me the good wine. You know, the one we bought at Walmart. 7 to 11,000 is an awful big difference. It depends on the size. I think some wine comes in like smaller bottles. And some comes in larger bottles, so they have to like... And even like the more minuscule sizes... And even like when there's even like more minuscule size differences, that could matter because you're stacking them mostly on top of each other. And like those like little diamond shapes. So like even like little like centimeter differences could cause like a shift in how much you could store. Though it could also depend on whether or not they're just storing it in barrels. However, then you're having a winery, you're not just storing wine. Stardew Valley style, right? Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. Oh no. Move that down. Okay. Okay, I was just checking something.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
Yes, your private collection of 7 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Uh-huh. The corks.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You just can't start a vineyard. You just can't start a vineyard, lady. Do you know what a vineyard is, lady? Exactly. You can't start a vineyard in what I'm presuming is... Oh, even here's the thing, she's either stupid enough to believe you do it in the cellar, which, you know, you could do if you're like, I don't know, making mushroom wine. I think you can make mushroom wine or mushroom meat. You can make meat out of anything. You know, I might be down for like a good like mushroomy drink. That's just broth with alcohol in it. You know, warm that up, you got a nice soup. You got a nice boozy soup. But no, we're in somewhere in Europe. I know dandelion wine is a thing. We're in fucking Europe. Not even the Mediterranean. We are in England or Germany. We are in England or Germany. We are in the Silent Hills. We are in Silent Hills part of Europe. We're not in the good winemaking part of Europe. We are in Depression part of Europe, okay?
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it.
Obviously, Isabella doesn't know a shit about winemaking either.
We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. White's face. But he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little. Erwin got like the Goosebumps meme girl. I think this is written by, I think the producers are American, so, or, well, at least Western. So they could know of Goosebumps. I smiled to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work. I sure as hell know how to spot bio with sincere interest. Score. I can't wait to tell Rose. That like takes a... Even if you have like a private vineyard, you're looking at least at like what? 100 acres minimum? 100 acres you have to plow down. Make sure it's fertilized. Like, you just can't have a vineyard. Like, you can beekeep or just garden. Vineyards are an investment. Thus the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover almost every room in the ground floor, and are heading to the parlor. Oh wait, I just got an amazing idea though. That entire basement can be used for mushroom farming though. That is a lot of room, and so that's a lot of mushrooms. A lot of delicious, yummy mushrooms. In a dark, dank, warm place. You can have mushrooms forever. I know not everyone loves mushrooms, but here's the thing, I do. And now I need a giant mushroom wine cellar. It's like, no, I don't want a wine cellar. I want a mushroom. I want a mushroom cellar. You know what I want to do? I want to make a tomato bisque with Bloody Mary mist. Ooh. It would be cool if I suddenly enjoyed mushrooms. Well, you could still use it for, what other hobbies can you do in a dark, dank place? There is like medicinal mosses and stuff you could grow in a basement like that, and some of the Eldritch Gods, of course. Every Tuesday, you know, summon, get together everything in the basement. Summon your preferred Eldritch God, you know, Cthulhu, Hastur. A dark, dank basement is the perfect place to hold the King in Yellow play. You can have your little cult meetings. You can make it into a nice little aquarium. Whether that be for fishes or aquatic eldritch beings. Wait, Hastur is an eldritch god name? Yes. Hastur is, Hastur is the King in Yellow, if I remember correctly. Hold on. Yeah, Hastur's from the Cthulhu mythos. And he was created by August. He is from one of the other creators, not from Lovecraft himself. He's from August. Oh no, he was first written by Ambrose Bierce. And then Lovecraft made him. Yeah, okay. And then in Chambers, Robert W. Chambers used him for The King in Yellow. Is he the King in Yellow? I think so. Hastur is the name of a potentially supernatural character, a place, and mentioned without explanation in the yellow sign. He seems to have... He seems to have multiple identities, but I think he is the King in Yellow, yes. Derleth also developed Hastur into a Great Old One, a spawn of Yog-Sothoth, the half-brother Cthulhu, and possibly the Magnum in Innominatium. In this incarnation, Hastur has several avatars. The Feaster from Afar and the King in Yellow, yeah. Yeah, he's the King in Yellow. Hastur do be kingin'. It's like Vesper. How can you pronounce Eldritch names so easily? I've heard some people, other people. There is one Eldritch being I won't say, but that's only because it has a slur in the middle of the name, so I just won't be saying that. My headache is less than the ibuprofen work. Nice. That's why I couldn't actually I didn't want to do much yesterday and Monday, because the headache medicine, the Advil, was not working. So I think that's why I was focused on resting. Because the Advil was not working. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Finally, the first time BRC has surveyed the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. When I reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, looking in the corners of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick. I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
Let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. Oh no, our agent's about to fall again. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer. Till a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there? Yes, ma'am?
They aren't even hiding it. They're wearing the same fucking bodice. I think that's a bodice. Well, hers could be a corset, but this... My girl.
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah. I just wanted to ask, how soon are we
Ma'am,
going to move in?
Hannah. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. It's like, what is up with these white people? Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer. The gall of this rich white lady.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
The bewilderment overrode the Eldritch God's hacking goals. Yeah, money? Not a problem? In this economy? Girl, a piece of gum costs $1. What? But also, I'm just like imagining the Eldritch Gods turning to her and being like, what?
And just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? As someone who is also a cat person, same. Though honestly, the main issue with having a cat in such a place is that if it vomits, you're never going to find it. If the cat vomits, you are never going to find it. I'm looking at my cat as you play this. More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
My cat, perpetual boredom.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
You're buying a mansion as an anniversary present. And neither of you look like you're above 30. Damn, I wish I was her. Maybe not this particular house. But I wish I was her.
Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Make an offer, bitch.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
Now we're bribing? Ooh.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Girl looks like she's a deer caught in headlights.
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
Paperwork. Is that what we're calling it nowadays? I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCullough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that. She was trying to make a move on us. Yeah, she was trying to get to us through our checkbook. Can you help me with my paperwork?
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Ma'am, please call me by my name.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Oh god. I kind of want her to die, but I know she's just rich and stupid. Money doesn't buy you brains.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap
Garbage.
horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month.
Oh no, it's my love letter to Isabella. Help me, help me, help
You
me.
should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes.
Art style changed here. It's unfortunate when it becomes very obvious. But at least, like, it stays rather consistent. Like, this style is for the CGs. This style is for the portraits. Even the avatars and the dialogue, yeah. I think this was the team's first game.
Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. The way Ma'am has leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear.
Oh good, I couldn't help but notice, yeah. I think the main issue is that Isabella's art is more consistent throughout most of her appearances. Meanwhile, this, and when we return back to the characters, when they are live 2D, is going to be more, like, I think Hannah has the worst of it. Hannah and him have the worst of it.
See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious. You can tell that it's 3 separate artists, which is... Which wouldn't be bad. Like, I'm not going to, like, fret over it. Like, I've seen worse. A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of
I
paper.
would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I have nothing more to say than, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and those blood-soaked limbs in the attic. It's real.
Letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, now I stretch. And we have 8 more minutes until break. Yeah, I think it's less obvious because we haven't seen Isabella outside of this yet, and we've only seen her in art and we've mostly seen her spry and her in that one moving CG. But I think Isabella's sprite kind of leads into this art style already. Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? Save. Let's show the letter to Rose, because I feel like we can trust Rose. Oh no. Wait, why isn't Rose here? But yeah, you could... So you can see... I think I just spoiled it for everyone, but... This is going to be all of our playable characters. Wait, I can play... I thought Rebecca was going to be a person who died later. Oh, so... Okay, so Rose is probably going to die. Rose is probably going to die. I blurted out before I could think twice about what I'm going to
Rose,
say.
we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
That's not what I thought I picked, Isabel. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to keep Isabel sane. Don't show the letter.
Rose,
Oh god! That's a big boost right there. Compared to what it was earlier, the words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. That's like my only issue with these games, is that you sometimes don't know what your choices are going to lead to, and then you're like, oh, I don't like this, I'm going back. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in that attic, in that letter. It's going to go after us. Please, believe me.
Dear me. Is Isabella alright?
There's a meme I saw about that, like when the dialogue doesn't match the option, yeah. Manhattan's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down on me, worried etched on her features. I didn't notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I can also make out Miss McCullough asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than to help. They're all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in this house is just a hoax. A cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head, take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off things. No one is going to believe me anyway.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me, I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not, I've caused enough trouble. Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
Apprehension must be quite obvious on my face, as her expression instantly shifts to something gentler. Eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Yeah, you could talk about and play it off at the same time. I feel like there should always be three options, the two extremes and the one in the middle. But I know that's harder to program, it's just easier to program the two extremes.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are filling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back. But I take it nevertheless, more of an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that, one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
Make one of these about a haunted one-bedroom apartment haunted by millennial ghosts.
Please, humor me just this once.
We can just go home, Rose. She clasped her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. And that myself, at the unlucky turn this situation has taken, or for her, I really don't know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment.
But Rose, my bonus!
He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means!
At the moment, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing at this, like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wanted Isabella to have a fit and go home. I kind of wanted Isabella to throw a fit and go home. However, I mean like that. It's like, I kind of wanted her to be a little childish, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. It's like, I want you to be childish, and to just go home. It will save your ass. But we're just gonna wait. I'm not going to refill my water, because I'm not, like, sipping too much. Isabella's just like, not my problem. I just want Girly Paw to have to live her best life. I'm sorry, I'm looking up stuff. I'm just, like, chilling. God, what is up with the FF14 Reddit? What's up with Reddit in general? No, but this is the second time I've seen, like, FF14 is too sexy, too sexualized. I'm having an issue with it. And I'm like, you're in the wrong world, I think. You need to go to a different timeline, I think. I think you need to go to a timeline where Christians don't fuck up everyone's view of sexuality. That's my personal thought process. It's like, listen, we have become super sexy and sexualized as like a part of calendar culture, and it's like, you might need to visit an entirely different timeline. But I don't think you should be playing FF14 in general. Although, honestly, I don't think FF14 is that bad in terms of sexy outfits. It's just, you should not visit Balmung, and you definitely should not visit Fairy. Because Balmung people just don't have clothes. Fairy is just where you will find the sluttiest men. The sluttiest men. You'll find them everywhere else, too. You'll find them everywhere else, too. But you'll just find them on Fairy in droves. My default lime green armor. You can actually find some pretty nice armors for lower levels. I need to make a lower level glam. I need to make the free trial glam. Can free trial use the market board? No. But there is plenty of stuff you can buy from vendors. Not to mention, you still have access to maps and crafters, so you still have access to glams you get from maps. So, like, it's just going to be a bit more of a bitch, but you still have access to map glams. But, like, there are plenty of stuff from vendors, even in early game. Like, I actually have some early game stuff in my glamour dresser. And you can make relatively nice looking glams with them. Of course, I'm going to put money where my mouth is and make a lower level glam. I'm going to try. I think I'll try to make a Realm Reborn uh free trial glam. See how well I can do.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for
I
now.
won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. Oh wait, the foyer. The foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument there, and occasional laughter there, and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right, I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a man! a few hours early from what I told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal convictions and all. Oh, look, Vesper. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. It's an anime man in your 4K. I was not the anime man. Yes, the 4K. No. 4K? More like 4K, am I right? We don't talk about the mansions rented out for the gay orgies. We do not. To be fair, I have thought about rebranding into generic anime man just to have, like, just to, like, not deal with my own aesthetics sometimes. You wanna know what we're lacking in the VTuber realm? Just regular ass humans. Well, whatever works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon. Especially without me assisting. I thought about actually doing a music channel where I just make music mixes. Like, what are they called? Funky Fox? Freaky Fox? There's a channel that makes, nice little video game music mixes. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and...
Shit. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
What?
Shit, how loud is this thing even? Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors moments ago. He's facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands. But I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I recognize that dumb parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I march towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
Oh god, this style does not do you any favors, my friend. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded. That was a yelp. He jumps, lets out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens. This is not a straight man, but okay. But a flush has crept up his neck and his cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. No, we live in the horror timeline. The way things are, I'm always content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Asshole.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed a canary. Slowly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches. Seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
a mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. Am I confused? Like he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all.
This man is a bisexual disaster. I can feel it in my bones.
So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown on in my face, because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how often he looks as if everything around him is a chore. That's how you read people more easily. You don't give them the chance to read you. If you give people a chance to read you, then you've given them the upper hand. Then you can't read them. I'm sorry, my blanket is getting caught in my wheels. Oh, I'm ascending? I am breaking my neck and ascending? There we go. Everything's normal now, I promise. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. Last thing I want to tell him is what happened, especially the part about the letter. Vesper broke his neck on stream. The rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe those even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can only imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope. Over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
I see you are using the Hallmark Channel version of that.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
Oeshivera greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion, where it's just two people being mean to each other. I mean, it's kind of, they give me the vibes of they're the two best friends who are best friends because other people introduced them to each other and they actually hate each other, but then that just became the norm. Time for me to get to sleep. Thanks for the stream tonight, best friend. No worries, no worries. I hope the nice, calm stream helped. And that we got and a nice story going kind of helped the sleepy vibes. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me. But sleep well, and may your sleep be well and tender and full of nice dreams. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me. The soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. I'm eating some Italian wedding soup. Ooh! Ooh! Please share. And can y'all hear the voices shouting, "Help me"? If not, I can turn it back. I can turn them up. I don't look back. Oh my god, they're playing this. Hold on. They're playing the elevator music, you know, as for the car ride. We spin the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fill with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume. But otherwise, he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the photo glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside. A small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him. There's no music? Hold on. It says my desktop audio is on. I'm turning up as much as I can. So like but suddenly I was hungry and I had some Italian wedding soup from Progresso. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't want to turn it up too much, but I know the soundtrack is kind of quiet.
Here.
Oh god, he looks like he's from Nitro plus Chiral. He looks like he belongs in a boys' love game. So they have misplaced you. You go down 2 doors to the left for the Boys Love game editions. All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. A small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him wipes the smirk to form cleanly. The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear, he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
Yang's Energy Bar. Chocolate cereal. Mmm.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of those things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. But to gain an earful from both Rebecca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
I tell him about the ghost. He looks like a monster hunter, doesn't he? While he is a detective, technically he does hunt monsters. Just of the people kind.
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you, even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I loved right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, "I'm right, I told you so." I hate it when he does. However, Isabella did describe that Ash does not believe in ghosts and is quite a fervent, you're silly for believing in those types of things, Delio.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property.
Though that probably means he is the best person to tell.
So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Why of all times do I have to screw up like that in front of an important customer, no less? I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
On. No. Where the hell am I? No, that does not look like a happy face, Isabella. I think I'd be blind. If otherwise. Okay, I'm too big now. No, I do like the larger size, so maybe just a little bit big. There we go. But he does look like a Monster Hunter, but he looks like he's from... His design reminds me of Nitro Plus Chihuahua games, particularly Togeno no Chi.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heart beat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burned by my own guilt and apprehension. Yeah, I saw, and you're wrong.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
Though Ilyua would go edgy and goth. I feel like he'd be edgy and goth.
You made them angry?
Not angry. Just... stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. Change the
You
subject.
keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Good, we have a max relationship with ourselves.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
No over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentary shifting to a glance over at me, and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash is taking the longer route. But he's probably trying to avoid rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
Alright, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He accounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation. The big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down versions. Only things he can tell, he has always been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case. I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If things went the way they were back home, may I consider taking on the same job as him? Oh no, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there. Along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner. Before I know it, we're all at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. Okay, we got Pocket Chibi, Batcat, Point of No Return, and Nino? Yeah, you know what? I'm most excited for Batcat. Plot twist: she's the culprit in the big case. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, I like this track. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I totally want to make music mixes for YouTube. I kind of want to do that. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. The Lit Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year is no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for years. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once, early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
This style does not serve the dudes well, I'm just gonna say it.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves forward towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller, as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting Anne.
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
I want to die. Dear oh gods, make it stop. I'm going to start telling you that. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's not the crack-a-lackin'. It's the crack-a-lackin' with everything else. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I am almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
At least they addressed that it was lame. There's a fondness under his exasperated tone. I'm not sure if I'd be fond of that. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears. Or at least enough for both to take in stride. I think it's more like Ashton knows this annoys him. And he does it more to annoy him.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. Adventures, is that what they're calling it now? She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh well, boys will be boys, I guess? Oh, you can tell when this was written. You can tell this was, like, 2010s. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca! You're just in time!
I had to lean back a little with the way her face almost invading my personal space. But she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have family living close by and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face. Although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no! Everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today. That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back to the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand, as she tries to reach out for said area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
Girl, you could have a concussion.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
I'm American. We just die.
Come on, at least let me check it. It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there. Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is. I know what that look is. It's that look when you're trying to figure out if two people fucked or not.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Oh god, she's dead inside. Oh no, she loves Ashton. No. Oh no, we just killed all her hopes and dreams. Well, there's all my hopes and dreams dead on the floor. Or does she love us? That could be it too. I think there is at least one gay romance in this game. Hold on. Hold on, I must know, because if there is a gay romance, that's like the immediate one we're going for. There is one gay pairing. And it's not one I expected. Now I'm sad. But it's the one we're going to go for, so...
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Now I'm curious. Don't worry. We're going to go for it.
And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
Please, this girly pop has been through the ringer today. She's seen her go. She's been expelled from her fucking job. Let her see the damn movie.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts to the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks. Something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself.
Isabella dying of brain cancer, nobody knows.
Is that good enough for you?
I know the answer before Becca voices it out. At last, she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance. I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Oh shit.
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
Girly pop, I'm gonna make you stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need a man.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag and
What's this?
it's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving him the piece of paper an intrigued
No!
look.
Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds paper way above his head. Oh god, these people just grabbing my damn paper. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I had that advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. These people are so awful. You know, you won't catch this in America. Reading mail is a federal crime. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I know how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They are still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. The awful, sick weight has taken its core in my stomach, back in the open house. The awful, sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach, back in the open house, returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone, please. Day is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Well, whoops.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash raised the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised by how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
Oh, that's good art right there. The eyes, man.
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched it out of Ash's hand and stuffed it in my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for a little attention that I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice when there's a point he wants to drive home. Hearing him take on that tow completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too, I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, or Ash and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. I'll stay for the movie. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach. Something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. If the thing in the attic follows me home, I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe, if I stay, while our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. My smile's back on my face when I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash, being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that, the same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
I'm friendly tap on my shoulder, and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling about. Some of them are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd is already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
We will save. We will save and close. I unfortunately cannot disable ads at the moment. Unfortunate. So we gotta wait for them to end before we head out to raid. How are you not picking up on it? Rebecca obviously having a thing for Ash. Isabella is kind of socially dumb, I'm getting the feeling. And I kind of have the feeling that Ash is just oblivious to flirting. Well, not flirting, romantic feelings, maybe. Or because Ash is more into his job than other people, he doesn't really care about the romantic feelings. So, like, I think it's more of, Rebecca just chose the wrong person to have a crush on. I think also Rebecca's, I hate to say this, it kind of gives me the vibes of Rebecca is looking too much into what is considerably minor interactions between two people who are already friends. So I'm not really enjoying the idea of Rebecca being angry over it. It kind of strikes me as dumb. Because it's like, oh, these two are interacting and just having fun. Like, I don't know anything that went on between them, but I'm for certain it's fucking romantic. And now I'm gonna be needlessly angry about it. No, I don't like that. That's stupid to me. That's incredibly dumb. Like, I will outright say it. That's dumb. That's like jealous girl bullshit, and the human's like, yeah, but it's very... It means she doesn't trust Ashton, and it means she doesn't trust Isabella. She's jumping to conclusions. Like, it's entirely unnecessary. Though, I guess, if the rest of the cast is, like, sane... If the rest of the cast is insane, I guess Becca gets to be the Yander. She has pink hair, so it makes sense. If there's anything I notice about Yanders in anime, is that most of the time they have pink hair. Like, the most famous Yanders of all time have pink hair. So I guess if the rest of the cast acts fucking sane, including the two rich people, I mean, as sane as two rich people can act, I guess Becca gets to be the crazy Yander. she gets to be the Yander as a treat. She gets the Yander or the Yandere. If Yandere makes y'all realize what I'm talking about. Yander or Yandere. I've heard both. I say Yander. Because I'm insane. But that was a nice, comfy, cozy game. I'm glad I didn't have to... I still have to talk, but I'm just glad I could do more commentary than not. But it's really nice to play this game. It's been sitting in my backlog for like ages, and I've been meaning to play it since like I first started streaming. So let's see who's on, who we can send love to. I know System's on, but we like rated him recently. I think it's been a while since we rated, Lethal. Ethereal Chinchilla's on. I think we rated him recently. I'm not sure who we rated. The short-term memory is lost. The short-term memory is outright gone. Oh wait, we haven't rated Crow and Chroma recently. So, let's rate Crowan. He's a lovely Crow VTuber. Yeah, and he's doing art right now. Crow and Chroma. Did I get that right? Yep. Thank you all for joining me tonight. We'll be back either tomorrow or Friday, depending on the vibes. And I'm not sure what we'll do. We'll probably be finishing Afterplace, so we can go into the new year mostly clean. And then, after Afterplace, we'll try to finish, Lola Gay Two Shoes, I think? Yeah, I think that will be it. But thank y'all for joining me. I had a nice night. I've been enjoying. I know I'm nitpicking some points, but I'm still enjoying my time. It's just a part of being a writer. If you don't nitpick, you're not picking up on stuff. So, thank y'all for joining me. Good night, good fortune, and see you when I see you. Bye.